Welcome to the Husky Fest Network, driven by Courtesy GMC. This is the Acrisure Mortgage pregame show, KeithBuySloans.com. We're coming from a very special location this week. We're at Game Day Men's Health at the Pinnacle. Man, what a facility.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's the first time I've been in here. This place is fantastic, so come check it out.
Absolutely. Been here about a month, so you need to come by or go by their website, GameDayMen'sHealth.com. We'll tell you more about Game Day Men's Health coming up in just a couple minutes. Chad, what a game last week at Hoover. You just cannot say enough about that football team, what they were able to do to overcome so many obstacles down at the halftime, but second half, that was really special.
Yeah, honestly, we learned a lot about our football team last Friday night. I mean, anytime you go on the road in this region and get a win, it's a big deal, but at Hoover, it's a little bit more special. And like you said, the adversity that they face, you got Zach being out, Jack having to fill in, which he did a great job the week before, but you never know going on the road like that with a freshman. Like you said, down at the half, some things going against them, man, they were able to fight back, especially on the defensive side. But again, we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But what a huge, huge win on the road.
No, it was. You get a road win. It doesn't matter if you're playing Pee Wee football, SEC football, NFL. If you can get a win on the road, that's huge. And for Hewitt to do that against one of our arch rivals, that was a sweet victory last week. More importantly, you're now 2-0 in the region. And we got another big one that we're going to preview here in just a couple minutes. But, man, Chad, just being able to walk out of the Hoover mat with a win, it puts Hoover in a world of trouble, and it puts us in a more of a catbird seat.
Yeah, it does. Like you said, I mean, we had the potential to come out of that with about 4 or 5 teams being 1-1. But nonetheless, Huskies are able to take care of business. It puts Hoover in a huge hole, puts us in the driver's seat as we continue to march through this tough region. And here we are again. The next week on the road, it still doesn't get any easier.
Let's talk about Jack Floyd, the freshman quarterback. Just turned 15 years old, and one thing's for sure, he knows this playbook. He's known it for about 15 years. The moment that he came out of the womb, he was ready to talk X's and O's with his brother and his dad. Just talk about what you've seen by him being the quarterback. A young guy, but, man, he's spunky.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, all you got to do is show on tape. He's tough as nails. I mean, to be as small as he is, relatively speaking, he's super strong and hard to bring down. But, again, you talked about his mind and the way he sees this game. And we joke he may know the offense better than his dad, the head coach. But he does such a good job of being able to find his way, find the holes that Josh wants him to find. And honestly, what I think is most surprising as a freshman is his calm presence. He's just a competitor. He never seems to get rattled, and he's always in the moment. And I think that has fed off to the rest of the team.
You know, last week we awarded the Game Day Men's Health Player of the Game to the entire defense. The number 2 defense in the state of Alabama in playing football resides right here in Trussville, Alabama. These guys, they were number 1 last year. They're number 2 this year. Man, what a performance last week.
And again, it's about toughness. I mean, I thought the front 7, we talked about it all the way back to spring game, would be a weakness of this team. And it's turned out to be a strength. They are super, super tough. Some guys have really grown up and stepped into some spots. Listen, let's talk about Basil Adopsy to start with. Anchoring the center of that defensive line has just been phenomenal. And then, of course, the next level is Parker Floyd. I mean, what he's been able to do, playing some on both sides of the ball, but specifically his linebacker position, it's just been phenomenal what they've been able to do, because last week they were undersized, but they came out on top nonetheless.
It was a big effort last week, both offensively and defensively. When we come back on the KeithBuySloans.com pregame show, we'll talk about Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, a team that is right there on top of the standings with us. We'll give you a preview of what's next against them. This is the Courtesy GMC Husky Fast Network.
Hey, it's Tommy Denali, Courtesy GMC's Internet Director, home of the absolute lowest prices in the Southeast. And I'm here to tell you about this month's kickoff sales event. Sierra 1500's up to $15,000 off, like this model here, 4-wheel drive. Need something bigger than a 1500? This 2500 HD Sierra Denali, $12,000 off during the kickoff sales event. The kickoff sales event isn't just truck month. Up to $5,000 off 2025 Yukons like this one here. Courtesy GMC, home of the absolute lowest prices on new GMCs in the Southeast. You think you found a lower deal? Bring it to us. We'll beat it.
We would like to invite all students grades 6 through 12 to join us for worship on Wednesday nights at First Baptist Trussville. Middle school starts at 6 o'clock, high school starts at 7. We would also like to invite all families to join us on Sunday mornings for worship at 9:15 or 10:45. For more information, visit fbctrussville.org. Go Huskies!
Chad Rhodes here, Vice President of Hemp Hill Services and Color Analyst of the Husky Fast Network. Hemp Hill Services has been a longtime supporter of Hewitt Athletics, and we want to remind you that for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, give us a call at 229-2090. That's 229-2090, and go Huskies.
Welcome back into the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC. Pat Smith, Chad Rhodes. This is the Acrisure Mortgage pregame show. Go to KeithBiceLoans.com. We're coming to you live from Game Day Men's Health, brand new location here at the Pinnacle. It's a beautiful facility. You need to come by and see it. And I guess the founding members special that's still going on. I said that right? Correct? Yeah, come on up here, get an opportunity. Free consultation, man, can't get any better than that. So come on up and see the great folks up here at Game Day Men's Health. They're a great sponsor of the Game Day Men's Health. Player of the game, as I mentioned, Chad, the defense, the entire defense won it last week. Anytime you can give it to a whole unit, so maybe tonight the Game Day Men's Health might be the offense, right?
That's right, for sure.
We'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. You know, we saw these guys last year. It was the first time we've ever played that high school, and the score was not indicative of how close the game was. I mean, these guys, they had a sophomore quarterback who's now a junior, who's putting up some big numbers. Shamley, the quarterback, he's really having a good year. Now, they lost last week to Vestavia Hills, but Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, they got a running back averaging 90 yards a game. They got a wide receiver, 6'3". He's committed to Vanderbilt. He's the real deal. This offense is something that our defense better come to play tonight.
There's no question. We talk about how great our defense is, but their offense, I think, is number 7 in the state right now. I mean, they're putting up some numbers. You talk about Shamley. He started last year as a sophomore. It was his first year as starter. Had some growing pains, but he seems to be starting to put some things together. And when you got a weapon out there that's committed to Vanderbilt that's 6'3", Shamley's 6'3" himself, and you talk about Harris getting 90 yards a game, that's a pretty balanced attack. It's going to challenge this Husky defense, so something's going to have to give Friday night, one way or the other.
Yeah, the Husky offense averaging right around 450 yards a game, whereas Hillcrest Tuscaloosa right out about 100 yards less, but they put up a lot of points, so they take advantage of their opportunities. They were banged up a little bit. We'll see if everybody's available. We don't get these availability reports like we do in the Southeastern Conference on Wednesday night, so we'll see exactly who's going to be available for them. But they got a good defense. They got a really good linebacking core, so this will be another challenge on the road, a place that we've never played before. We've played in Tuscaloosa, played it obviously up in Northport against Tuscaloosa County, but going up against Hillcrest in a new facility should be interesting.
Well, once again, we talk about it all the time, but you're going back on the road in Region 3, and it's always tough. But one thing I'm going to be looking for, Hillcrest is known for, is their physicality. They are a physical bunch. They're going to hit you, and they're going to hit you in the mouth a lot. Trussville has answered that bell thus far through the last 2 weeks in this region. They're going to have to do it one more time, and it's going to be tough. So key for me, defense has got to continue the momentum that they're on. Offense is going to have to be balanced. You know, we talk about the yards they're putting up per game right now. A lot of that's been on the ground. You know, we found some balance last week at Hoover, not in the first half, but in the second half is where, where we found that balance. They're going to have that to stay in front of Hillcrest and keep that momentum while they're on the road.
Needless to say, anytime you can get a win in this region, it's huge, and it would be big tonight to go ahead and get our 3rd win, and then you come back home next week, you play Pinson out of region, and then that team in Alabaster making the trip north, Thompson, will be in our.
Say their name.
Okay, well, I don't blame you. All right. It should be a really good one. We're just moments away from kickoff between Hillcrest and our Hewitt Huskies. This week, number 3 in the state of Alabama, the Alabama High School Athletic Association Writers Poll. So We're getting a lot of respect. Now we just got to go out on the field and take care of business. Again, come by, see all the great folks here at Game Day Men's Health. We appreciate them and their sponsorship of the Game Day Men's Health Player of the Game. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com for more information. Keith Bice, we appreciate you at KeithBiceLoans.com. Acrisure Mortgage. Kickoff is next here on the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC.
In a city that seamlessly blends the comforts of a small town and the amenities of a big city, we're proud to be banking beyond expectation right here in Alabama.
It's football time again, and Alabama Roofing Professionals is proud to be a long-standing partner of Hewitt Trussville Athletics and the Marching Husky Band. We are local, reliable, and available to help with all your residential and commercial roofing needs. Licensed and insured, we provide 24/7 emergency service, and we work directly with your insurance agency. Give us a call at 205-722-ROOF or go to alroofpros.com. Alabama Roofing Professionals, we've got you covered.
What's your vision for the future? We asked our members what truly matters to them. For businesses, it's the opportunity to expand. For entrepreneurs, it's the chance to create something new. And for families, it's the dream of owning a home. At the end of the day, that's what people want from us. The ability to transform their lives. We help you achieve that. How can we make your vision a reality?
It's football season. It's week 1.
Kelsey, what up?
I think I messed up, Hank. I don't think I can walk away from football.
Say less. I got you. Jason Daniel Kelsey, welcome back to football.
This is a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Exactly. Where you watch all the games while stuffing your face with, like, the greatest wings.
So good.
And all the beer.
There we go. Let's go.
See? B-Dubs is football.
It's football.
It's football. Let's go, Sports Bar.
Hi, I'm Eric, owner of A Plus Tire and Auto Repair. A Plus Tire and Auto Repair is your full-service maintenance and auto repair center. We perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. We're your best choice for scheduled maintenance of your car, truck, SUV, or fleet vehicle. We are family-owned, ready to serve you. Call us 205-661-3828. Find us on Facebook or visit us at aplustireandautorepair.com.
At our agency, we believe you deserve top quality service, period. That's why we're committed to giving you the best of us. We'll make sure you have the right coverage, the right discounts, and can take comfort in knowing the things that matter most to you are protected. We also believe in giving back. As agents of change in our community, our agency will rally around a new community cause. Together, we can positively impact the lives of others around us. So for every friend you recommend to our agency for a quote, we'll make a donation to someone in need on your behalf. But why stop there? If you personally know of a child, a family, or an individual going through a tough time and think we can help them, let us know. We'll do our best to include them in our community cause program. If you'd like to learn more about other great local services in our area, be sure to check out the Concierge tab on our website. This serves as your local business field guide and will continue to add new businesses that have been recommended by our customers. Lastly, don't miss our monthly publication called Our Hometown Magazine. It contains a local events billboard, delicious recipes, and other useful articles. Customers receive a new issue delivered to their email inboxes each month. Call us for a comparison quote or policy review today.
Pick six for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on pick six, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick six meal for two for $19.99.
Hey, Jay Grogan with the Grogan Insurance Agency, proud supporter of Husky Fast Network. Now back to the game.
On a hot, steamy night in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, we welcome you into the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC. Pat Smith, Chad Rhodes, Molly Robinson with you tonight in this matchup between the third-ranked Hewitt Trussville Huskies and the 10th-ranked Hillcrest Patriots down here in Tuscaloosa. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. And Chad Rhodes, man, licking the wounds from last week. That was a hard-fought game. The last 2 weeks have been tough, and got another tough one tonight. But let's first go down to the first coin toss tonight. And we've got a deferment. Looks like we're going to receive, and we're going to get the ball first.
I like it. I like getting the ball first anyway, especially on the road. And like you said, Pat, it's a great evening. So far, the rain has held off for us. Hopefully that continues.
Absolutely. We're coming to you from the visiting sideline tonight from the Bryant Bank broadcast booth. They put care into action to help you invest to your full potential. Visit BryantBank.com to learn more today, or stop by and see Jeremy Tuggle and the outstanding team in downtown Trussville on Highway 11, member FDIC. I was just talking, Chad, about last week, and we were down the field prior to the game, and the good news is that you got a win on the road. The bad news is you're back on the road this week.
Yeah, that's always tough. Any road game in this region is tough. When you have to go back-to-back weeks and two tough opponents, like you said, just a tough physical game last week. It's not going to be much different tonight. This one thing about this Hillcrest team, they play physical. They like to hit you in the mouth.
Yeah, they're a very good football team. They're 3-1 on the season. Their first loss of the season, it came last week, and that was to the Vestavia Rebels in Vestavia, as Vestavia took it to them pretty good last week by the score of 42-24. But this is a very good team, and we saw them last year at our place, Chad, and they had a lot of success. One of the games that, we finished the #1 defense in the state, but that was one of those games that they scored a lot of points on us.
Yeah, they did, and really, you go back and look at that game from last year, the first half was pretty tight. It was kind of touch and go. Like you said, they had some success offensively. Their defense kind of let them down in that game. The Husky Fast offense kind of took control in the second half and kind of put it out of reach, but this is a very, very talented team. They've got some playmakers back this year. So it's going to be a challenge.
There you see Josh Floyd's record, impressive at Hewitt Trussville, the second all-time winningest coach in the history of Hewitt Trussville football. I've been playing football in our neck of the woods for quite some time, only behind Jack Wood in that category. So we're about ready for kickoff, and kickoff, as customary, is brought to you by Keith Bice, KeithBiceLoans.com. For over 20 years, thousands of homeowners across Metro Birmingham have used Keith's expertise to save them money and their new home purchase or refi. I've done both, so has Chad. Keith's goal is simple: to close loans on time with zero tolerance for any surprises to his clients. He's part of Acrisure Mortgage, an equal housing lender. Call Keith today, 369-1771, or just go to his website, KeithBiceLoans.com. Keith Bice, NMLS number 196476. Acrisure Mortgage, NMLS number 152859. So the Huskies are going to get the ball first. Elijah Miller, number 99, doing the kicking off for the Patriots of Hillcrest. Only the second meeting, Chad, between these two high schools. Last year was the first one. Good Guys took out the Patriots last year at home. Hopefully we can return the favor tonight.
Had a good road environment. Like I say, it's our first trip over here. Anxious to see how these Huskies open up tonight. You always want to start fast on the road. Glad to see we're getting.
You better get up and start, Chad.
Yeah, great job by Deuce. Like you said, I thought for a minute.
Deuce came up and took charge.
He came up, did it. And like I say, Husty's going to start out with outstanding.
Deuce came up and took charge.
He came up, did it. And like I say, Husty's going to start out with